In the shadows where the silence speaks, I walk the line where the lost souls seek. With whispers of hope and a guiding light, I'll search the dark, bring the truth to light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. I'm a seeker of the unseen, bridging worlds where the heart has been. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find a way, I'll draw you near. I'm a seeker of the unseen, I'm bridging worlds where the heart has been, where the heart. With every heartbeat, every tear, I'll find the way, I'll draw you near. Draw you near. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. Through the echoes of the past I tread, unlocking stories of the words unsaid. With every vision I'll stand my ground. In the name of love, the lost will be found. My hope and hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light. When hope is fading, I won't let go. I'll be your compass, your guiding glow. Together we'll break through the darkest night. For every lost soul, I'll bring back the light.
Try to remind people of that.
Yes, it is.
Actually, let me pull it up on my phone because that'll be easier. All right. So do you know how this works? Have you ever gotten a reading before?
Yes.
Okay. So you know, just like to validate, don't give me extra information, just validate what I'm giving you and past,
Correct.
present, future, and make sure, you know, you're thinking of
Yeah.
everybody over there. Because I have
Yeah.
people tell me no, and it ends up being someone else. So
Right.
I like to remind people of that.
Okay.
My phone's on 5%. You know, it's funny. I always think that I'm like so ready for things. I even
Right.
like said it and then I'm not.
Yeah, my phone's on like 20%. I'm on
Yeah.
my
Okay. Well, this is many. So, because I'm trying to learn, my thing is like I always do like long ass readings.
Yeah.
And like, you know, 30, 45 an hour. And I don't.
And you screw yourself.
I do because you
Yeah.
know, it's not on here. I don't take as much, but not only that, it drains me and I can't help other people.
Right.
And so
Right.
it's like, I'm like, I need to learn to bring it tight, you know, bring it tighter
Yeah.
in so that I can get to more people. And
Yeah.
so this is like a new trying thing. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
going to see how this goes.
Oh, perfect.
Because it's good that I get a lot of information a lot of times, but you know,
Right.
it just,
Yeah.
I don't get to give as many people readings that way and stuff. So,
Right.
you know, I keep wanting to cough. And so I don't know if that's her or not, because I've noticed that when people, like lately, when spirits have like the harder lung issues and I have to cough, like it's major with me because I still kind of have my cough. So it like triggers it more.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah.
she had, was it like lungs?
Yes.
Lungs. Did she also have heart? Because it feels like it's kind of both together.
Yes.
Okay. Was there fluid around there?
Yes.
Okay. Is this mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's like, Mom. And then there's a you guys look alike.
Yes.
because as she was saying, she was like trying to tell me that you guys looked alike, and so I don't know if people used to think you were like sisters or something
Yeah.
instead of mother and daughter, because it's
Yeah.
like okay.
Yep.
Did you help? You were like best friends or like really close?
Very, very.
I'm getting the chills. Because she's talking about did you take care of her?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like she would say like that's not what she wanted for you to do, because it's almost like she was this very like independent type woman, and she didn't really want anybody to take care of her. So it kind of sucks when like your daughter's taking care of you, in your older age, and she didn't really
Right.
like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah. I couldn't help it. She's my mom,
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
but it's just I think more or less like um like it was hard on her to see that she had to like almost like a burden. Like she didn't want to be a burden to you. Do you know what I mean? Not that she
Yeah.
was, but
Yes.
they kind of feel like that in their older years. But
Yep.
she's very thankful for like you taking care of her, because I feel like you dropped a lot, to take care of her. So
Yeah.
I don't were you living together at the time, or was there like a moving
No.
closer or like
Yes, very close, but not together.
okay, because I feel
He
like you
lived up.
got close, like moved closer. Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense. Um, sorry,
That's okay.
that's not me.
I was just gonna say, well, that's her, so that's okay.
She like super stubborn at times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did she also have like some kind of swelling in the legs or the feet at any point,
I
or
don't know.
circulation issues? It's kind of like
Yeah, circulation issues.
okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when there's circulation issues, they have the swelling.
Yeah. She didn't
So
have any swelling, but she did have some circulation issues. Yeah.
okay, because she kept showing me like her calves and her ankles.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is kind of interesting. She's bringing this in. She's bringing in the month of December. So December would highlight for you or her someone connected, something specific, but weird. She brings in like a present with it. So I don't know if there was a birthday around that time as well. She's bringing it in together though.
No, but Christmas
Or
was her favorite holiday.
oh, okay. Did she like to give presents or something? I'm trying to, because usually
Oh
when they
yes.
give me a present, it's like for a birthday, but it's gonna be like it came in with December, so that was my second question: is either birthday or Christmas.
Yeah,
But
it's yeah,
but I
and
feel
she
like
was.
she liked to spoil like on Christmas. Like
Oh yes.
she
Oh
overdid it.
yes. Yes.
And I know how
Tremendous.
that feels. Like you overdo it, and then the next month you're like, ah, crap, I overdid it.
Right.
Because she
Yes.
just like to give
Absolutely.
to everybody.
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
And that was her personality. She was a very giving, loving person.
Yes. Yep.
And I feel like she was a really good mom to you too. It was always like, but you were like it was like a give and take relationship with both of you. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you were doing for her, she was doing for you, and you kind of have
Yes.
that. It's very much like me, kind of like me and my mom. It's like kind of get reminded of a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does the 2 come in at?
The
February,
o-
2 years, the second,
honestly,
2 kids.
the only thing I can think of is the twins.
Okay. So there's twins in the family then?
Yes.
Okay. Because that would make sense. Because I wanted to put it with kids, but sometimes numbers have multiple meanings. So,
You tell me if you want me to tell you additional details or anything. I don't want to say, too much.
Yeah. Well, I don't like. Yeah, I like to always try to get things. I just tell
But
people to like validate the information that comes in because
yeah,
she's bringing up the two.
yeah.
So alive or there?
No, they're alive.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I'm just making sure. Okay. There's also a reference to 5, so I don't know if that's May the 5th, 5 years, 5 kids, 5 people in the
5, 5.
family.
5, 5, 5, 5.
Just hang on to it.
Yeah.
It can be birthday, passing, anniversary, something significant connected to you, her, someone else passed. But again, it could be 5 people in the family, 5 kids, like the month of May the 5th, 5 years. Like I don't.
Okay.
Sometimes I get it with like people are sick for 5 years. It's just
Right.
hang on to it. Numbers are kind of hard sometimes, and again, they can
Yeah.
have more than one meaning. So,
Okay.
people have a hard time remembering, so it's
Yeah.
okay. I get it. She mentioned a memorial. Did you do something like in her memory or have some kind of memorial for her? I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like something like at your house or it feels like it's something done in her memory specifically to her for her.
Oh, geez. I'm trying to think. I mean, I make donations in her memory to different
Okay.
things. Um, like suicide awareness, things
Yeah.
like that. I'll make donations in her
Uh-huh.
name.
Okay.
And um I mean, memorial wise, I had her urn for a long time, and then we had a memorial with the burial of the urn.
Okay.
I don't know if that's maybe what she's
Well, I
referring.
think it kind of means both of them. It's just the way that you kind of like memorialized her memory. So in any way that you do that, that's specific. She just gave me the word memorial. So, um, you
We
know,
have a I have a candle that we burn every time my children and I every time we have a get together.
mhm.
And
Okay.
it's we call it Gammy's candle.
It seems like it means kind of multiple things. But was someone talking about like a tattoo or something like that?
My, my son's always talking about tattoos, but
Yeah.
I'm sure. Um, and
Nope. We can't get there.
I don't know if it's possible for anybody else to come in with her, like
Yeah.
that may be
That's what I'm
saying
saying. Make sure
things.
you're thinking of everybody else. So there's a
Okay.
tattoo that I feel like is significant that was maybe gotten or thought about gotten in the. I
Yes,
want to put it with the memorial.
okay. My son got a tattoo for my father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which they would be together. So
Well, I mean they might be. They were divorced.
everybody's together on the other side. It
Right.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
We don't have the human feelings like we have here where we just
Right,
look at
right,
each other and we want to go our separate ways. It's not
right.
like that over there. They
Oh,
drop all of that. So
yeah, okay.
yeah, they are together on the other side. So yeah, if there's I like to say it fits how it fits, who it fits, you know?
Yes, yes. Perfect.
Um
Yep.
so yeah, because the memorial for her too, but then it was like I was being taken to a tattoo that felt like it was a memorial. So that's
Yeah. Yep. That
and also
yeah.
she would bring that up too anyways.
Right, right,
So
right.
quit trying to climb on the computer. No, this cat likes to climb on the computer. I came home yesterday and she was laying across it.
My cats do the same thing. I have to turn the keyboard off or they like mess
Yep.
up everything.
Yep. And that's why I had to get a new keyboard because there's keys missing. So
Right.
she keeps wanting to go on it. She's like, no, stop. Okay. I feel like you guys like when she was healthy, did you guys like to go go out to eat? Like you have like a specific place that you like to go out to eat? Because I feel like there's really, really good memories of like you going out to eat a specific spot.
Yes. Yes. We went to a particular
Yeah. Feels like it was like your spot.
restaurant. Yes, yes. It was. Yes. Mm.
Was she like on a lot of medication? Why am I getting pill bottles with her?
Oh God, yeah. She was on a lot of medication, yes. Yes. And yeah. She abused some of those medications.
She says, well, it's easy to do.
I mean, that's true. Thank goodness I don't do that, but that's true.
She said it. So,
I know. No. She's like, well, what do you expect?
yeah. Yeah, because I get like there was like some kind of like there was like this up and down kind of struggle like with her health. Like it was very like
Yes.
kind of
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yes. Very. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I feel like many times she talked about like just leaving and kind of giving up because she didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I don't know if she had that conversation with you.
No, she didn't, but I definitely, I know that that's how she
Yeah,
felt.
that's how she felt, and I feel like she stuck around for you. Like you were the reason that she couldn't do it, if that makes sense. Like
Right.
um
Right.
she
Yeah.
just was like, I'll just tough it out, because I can't leave my daughter here, like
Yes.
that's kind
Yes.
of how it feels. But I think at times like it was really hard for her because when we don't feel good and we're not living a good life, we get into that depression.
Oh, I
And
know.
I feel like she was struggling a lot with the depression because she like
Yep.
never felt good. My mom
Right.
has like the same thing.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and I think it makes it really hard for them to kind of want to stick around.
Right. 100%. And like I said, she never actually said those words to me,
Yeah.
but I knew. I know, and I knew that she was done. She was, and she just wanted to go, and I get it. And she had a rough life,
Yeah.
Um and
Yeah, I
I,
feel like there was a lot of things that happened in her life that were kind of like just kind of crazy stuff.
yeah, very.
Like she was a survivor is what she's saying.
She was. I mean, my God, I've never known a stronger woman in my life. Like
Yeah.
I, I I consider myself strong, and I don't know. I don't think I could have survived the things that
Yeah.
she did. And
Was there ever a fire?
yeah, well, yeah, my brother's house burned down.
Okay.
So
She was
not
showing me
ne-
that.
not necessarily fire for her, but
Yeah, no, but they're gonna talk
yeah,
about other things that
right,
happened in her
right.
life, right? In other people's lives. Yeah,
Yes,
it's just a validation of one of the things that happened.
right.
But there's other things like I get like abuse and
Oh my God,
SA
yeah.
and like all of that kind of stuff. Like like a hard childhood. Just like she's taken me kind of like through her. Like, was her childhood really abusive?
Yes, very.
Yeah, she's like taking me through like her entire, and that's why I feel like she was such a good mom. Like she never wanted to be like that.
Right, right. She was a very good mother. It was
Yeah,
hard for her. It was very hard for her.
yeah,
She had a lot of young children at a very young age because households combined.
hmm
And there was a lot of children at like all at once. It was a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what she's. I mean, that's kind of what she's showing me. Like she's showing me like how she survived all this stuff, but she said like it made her a stronger, better person in the long run, and it made like because of all the things she went through. She said a lot of that stuff could have broke me, but it didn't.
Yeah, it
And
didn't.
instead she chose to be like a better person
Right.
and be, do better by her kids and stuff like that. She took it
Yeah.
as like, if I can, I always say like this, if I can withstand the storm, I stand out there and be like, bring it the hell on. Like that's kind of how that was kind of her personality. Like,
Yes.
bring it because I can take it.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really strong woman.
Yes.
And
Very.
where did I hear the word advocate? Did she used to advocate for things when she was here, or is that something you do?
Well, she did, but my brother is a huge advocate for on the Samaritans of Rhode Island, which is suicide
Okay.
prevention. Um, he speaks in schools for high
Okay.
school students. He's a huge advocate.
She's
Like
like
that's
she's super proud of that. So that's
yeah.
where that, coming
Hmm.
up.
Yes,
Because I
he's
just like heard
amazing.
like the word advocate. So
Yeah,
um
my brother
there
doesn't
must
believe.
well, now he should. Um
I hope so. He doesn't. He doesn't believe in any of this, and I get so mad at him. I'm like, how do you
yeah.
not believe? He's a super
Well, I
science,
think that's why she's bringing it up,
right?
because I don't know you.
Well, I know, and
You know
she's
what I mean?
already brought up, and I'm not even using my real name.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing.
Because the advocate stuff is like really like that's that's something she's like super proud of because it makes a difference, and that's kind of who she was too. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
yes, she
so
was.
at the heart, that's who she was, and to see her son making a difference in those ways, um, and that kind of feels like it stems from something personal or something that he dealt with that
Yes,
caused him to go that
indeed.
route.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed. Yep. Yep. 100%. Yep. Yep.
And that's another thing she's probably like he took that lesson and he turned it into something beautiful. That's what she says.
Yes, he has.
Why is she mentioning Mother's Day? Or is there something specific with Mother's Day?
Uh, so I think that she might be mentioning it because there was a very small period of time. There was probably about 6 weeks that we didn't speak because, she said something that hurt me really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Mother's Day came and um, I just made sure that I went to her and I mended things. And this was, several years before she passed. But
Mm-hmm.
um, so I'm assuming it's probably
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Because the fact that you put your differences aside and still made sure that she had a Mother's Day was something that meant a lot to her.
Yeah,
And I'm like tearing up with that because
me too.
it's hard whenever you and I usually separate myself emotional. Damn it. Don't do this to me.
I'm sorry.
No, not you, her. They're her feelings. But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying is like normally I'm able to like separate myself and my feelings whenever I go into this. But the fact that it meant so much to her that she knows she was in the wrong and she knows that it took a lot for you to be just like, you know what, Mom, happy
I
Mother's Day.
love you and
Forget
I
it.
care.
I love you, and I get
Yeah,
like a lot of crying and hugs and stuff. But it was, it meant a lot to her that even though she knew she was in the wrong, like you kind of took responsibility in a way, but you made the first move, even though you didn't have to. You know what I
I
mean?
just want
For
I
that
made
special day.
I made it okay for her and I
Yeah,
forgave because she's my
yeah,
mother. I love her.
yeah, yeah. And
You
that's what
know.
she's saying on Mother's Day of all days. So that's why she's bringing it up because it was a very like pivotal moment in
Yeah.
time. Very
Yeah.
core memory. That she
Yeah.
wanted to bring up. And she's bringing up yellow flowers with that. I usually get yellow with moms anyways, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you brought her flowers that had yellow in them or not, but
I can't
um,
remember. It was so long ago. It was
yeah,
like 20 something years ago.
yeah. The ball's going off.
Oh,
You can't see it as much because it's so bright.
I can
but-
see it.
Let's see if we could do that. There we go.
This means so much to me. I have wanted to hear from her for so long. And
What is-
I've done other readings and different things and like things that have been said to me are just what I can feel is kind of generic and not, like I just never felt like it was really her.
Mm-hmm.
And I really feel right now like this is her. Like she's things that only she would know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Don't have to thank me. Thank her. Like I'm just here.
I
I'm just
know.
here.
This is crazy. Like
But,
I feel so blessed.
Well, there's a reason that I came on here late and that you're kind of the only reading for today. So I mean, I'll probably come back on, but
Yeah.
I apologize for all the craziness.
No, I felt bad. I felt terrible for you. I know
I'm so frustrated. It's ridiculous.
Ugh.
But where does the 10 come in at? Is that like a 10-year mark or a
10
like in October or 10th or
October was my stepdad's birthday. 10. I'm trying to think 10.
I want to put it with years. I mean, October can definitely be the thing, but
okay, so years.
I mean, that's what I want to put it as. So I don't know if like there's like a period of like 10 years ago where something significant happened, like she got sick or I don't know how long she's been gone. I haven't got into that, but
she's been gone for 20.
Okay, so
years.
what happened in your life then about 10 years ago? Or her life 10 years before she passed?
Probably about 10 years before she passed. Her and my stepdad got divorced.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause she's adamant about like 10 years. So if it was 10 years before she passed, they got divorced, that's kind of a pivotal moment, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's why, but you can take it as, again, they have multiple meanings, so it can be the
right.
Stepdad's birthday, but I kept wanting to take it as 10 years. So
Right.
she's just bringing up that timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it was hard for her to do?
It was very hard for her.
And I think because I think she put up with stuff longer than she should have.
Yeah. She did.
And thinking that she could change things or make things better, or she was like a fixer. Like she wanted to fix everything.
I know. Yeah.
And so I think it was really hard for her to kind of give up.
Yeah.
And now she's like, but enough is enough. Like,
right. Right.
That's her words.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. So she kind of got to the point where just like, I'm over it.
Right. Yeah. It was difficult. Yeah.
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 But she did the right thing. She knows she did the right thing. You know, she was happier after that, and she got to live the last 10 years of her life the way she wanted to.
Right. Right.
So like she did things on her terms, and I feel like she was actually really happy to be single.
Right. I
don't know if she started like acting like a single person.
Yeah, she started dating and stuff.
I'm gonna say she seems like she's like all of a sudden how we feel when we get single, we're free and we just do whatever we want. We do whatever we want. Go shopping and
Yeah, for the first time in her life, she didn't have to worry about taking care of anybody other than herself.
Yeah.
So it was perfect.
Mm-hmm. She loved it.
Yeah.
It was a good time in her life, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Once she got used to it, she says.
Right.
It takes a little bit of getting used to.
It did. It was very difficult for her. And yes, it was tough in the beginning. But once she got used to it, you're 100% right.
I feel like there was like a vacation or a trip she took or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Or wanted to take. There's something about a trip. Or are you going to take a trip? There's a trip that's coming up. She's bringing up a trip / vacation. And I keep pulling up like, beach, water, things like that. So
Right.
I don't know if someone's gonna take a trip, or if she wanted to, or if she did. I don't.
Well, my husband and I have been talking about taking a trip, but I'm not
Okay.
sure. I don't want to fly right now, quite
It doesn't
frankly.
matter though. Like, you're talking about it, and she's in like your conversations. So this
That's
is just
true.
her
Right.
letting you know, like, she knows what's going on. If you're talking about taking a trip,
Right.
you know,
Right.
but it feels like somewhere like tropical and stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Warm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, warm and
Yep.
tropical. She keeps showing me like this beautiful like beach. She's like, don't worry about it. So I know a lot of people are worried about flying right now, but it's like this: you're meant to go on a plane, it'll happen.
Right. I agree.
So
My
don't let
time.
that keep you from living. I like to tell people, don't let your fears keep you from living, because
Right.
we don't know
Right.
what the next one day to the next is gonna give us, and that's kind of what she's saying. Like, live life
Right.
to the fullest, and so she
Right.
knows about the trip, and she wants you to take it, obviously, because she's showing me like this really beautiful. I don't know, it's just really beautiful. I feel like I'm looking over the ocean.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I know my daughter's going to, I think, Punta Cana pretty soon.
Okay.
In a couple weeks. So I don't know, maybe
So
that
for
too.
both of you, you know,
Yeah. Right.
some multiple meanings if it's coming up, but she's
Yeah.
still in on your conversations. So
Yeah.
were you just like talking about her the other day or something?
I talk about her all
I
the
feel like
time.
there was a specific conversation you had about her the other day. It
Jeez.
feels like a few days ago. I don't know who you were talking to. I don't know if it was your. Sometimes we just mention memories out of nowhere, but I think she's just mentioning it to let you know, like, she knows, like, you still talk about her. She knows,
Yeah.
that you miss her, and I feel like you still talk to her, and she knows that you still talk to her, especially, like, at nighttime before you go to bed or something. There's a
Yeah.
conversation that you have with her. She knows about that. She's like, I hear you.
Yeah. I
'Cause I
do.
think sometimes you wonder, do you hear me, Mom? Yes, I hear you.
I do talk to her.
There's also reference to butterflies.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I love those reactions. It means I hit on something.
Butterflies were her favorite, and they signified rebirth to her
Mhm.
from everything she had been through, in her
Yeah.
life. And everything I have butterfly is because of my mother. And I see butterflies all the time in the
Mhm.
spring and the summer, and I always know it's her.
Yep. Oh, here's your validation.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Yep. She was showing me some monarchs. So
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
So her biggest message to you is like she loves you.
I know she does.
She
Thank
loves you,
you.
and she's okay. She's like, I'm living it up over here.
Oh, I'm
So if
sure
you're ever
she is.
worried about what she's doing, don't worry about what she's doing.
Oh no, I know she's living it up. Okay, I know.
She's so happy. But she knows that it's hard, like on Earth, for us to kind of
Yeah.
wait to see them, but they don't
Right.
have that problem because there's no time there. So it's
Right.
like she
Right.
just saw you yesterday, but she's
Right.
good. She's
Good.
so extremely happy on the other side.
Okay. Good. Thank
And
you.
she's like, I feel like, did she used to garden or something here? Or did she like
No.
flowers? Because I see her gardening on the other side, or there's a lot of flowers around her. So
She did like flowers, but I'm a huge gardener.
okay, well, she's
And
gardening over there.
but no, she did always like flowers.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
she
if
had.
you garden, she could be
Yeah.
talking about you gardening, but she's doing it over there too. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So she's
She
bringing
had
what you
too.
do
She had
here.
too many. She had too many kids. She didn't have time to garden.
Yeah, but since you garden here, like she's saying, I
Yes.
do it over here too. Do you know what
Right.
I mean? So you
Yes.
guys are sharing that, but she's
Yes.
doing it there and you're doing it here. So that's
Yes.
the way I want to take it.
Me too.
And
It,
she's just, yeah, I was gonna say Tracy says she's probably at the beach. She is, because I was just like, I just see her like walking down the beach, like she's happy.
she loved
So
the beach. My
yeah,
mother loved the beach.
that's why
Yep.
she wants you to go. But she's showing me like
Right.
her walking down the beach.
Yep.
And the beaches over there, they're stunning. You know,
Yeah.
they're you
Yeah.
can't even describe them compared to here. And here is
Yeah.
nothing compared to there. It's
Right.
just so much more vibrant.
Right.
But and they always show me kind of the symbolism too. Because she showed me her on the beach on the other side. But yeah, she because I saw her walking down it, but then she shows me like the footprints, and so I always get reminded of like that footprints in the sand. But also whenever they show me that, but it's also like you are like when you're walking through life, like she's walking with you, like
Mm.
behind you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those footprints.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I always feel whenever they show me like the footprints in the sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
To let you know, like she's walking through life with you and holding your hand. And I feel like there was things. So were you there? Like, because she's showing me like her in bed, prior to her passing, and I don't know if you had said things to her prior to that.
So she wasn't sick per se when she passed.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had health issues, but she wasn't like bedridden or anything. And she was young. She wasn't old. And
Well, why do I see her? It's like it's weird because I see, unless this is somebody else that you know that, because I see a female in bed.
yes, she was many years earlier. She had a lung disease.
Were you
Um
like at her bedside and stuff? Because that's what I keep seeing is like you being at, or someone being at
well
her bedside
when
and stuff, back
yeah,
and forth.
well that would probably be my brother
Okay.
because he lived at home. He was the only one that lived at home of the children at the time.
Okay.
And she was in bed like pretty much like constantly. Because she was sick.
Yeah.
But she ended up um beating that. It was some rare lung disease. And she ended up beating that. And then, she lived her many years after that.
Anyways, so
But
okay, but yeah, because I was just seeing her in bed, and then it was like someone was at her bedside, so I don't know what point that was at. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep,
Okay.
yep.
I mean, I keep trying to go into her passing, and I just I mean, it kind of feels like sudden and unexpected in the way that it wasn't expected from it. You know?
100%, like 1,000%. Yes. Sudden and unexpected.
Yeah.
Completely. Yep.
Because she's like snapping her fingers at me, so I don't know if this was like. I keep wanting to go to like her brain. There's something with blood flow.
Yep.
She keeps talking about
Yep.
almost like a stroke or a.
So she either had a stroke or a heart attack.
Yeah. Because I keep going back and forth between the heart and the head. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because sometimes the heart, like it's like related sometimes with the blood flow, and then
Correct.
I kind of get both with it, but
Yeah.
yeah, but she keeps taking me to the brain, and it's like I
Well,
just drop, like it's almost like I dropped. You know what I mean?
that's exactly what you just said. Yes. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, come on, you gotta show me something for validation. Oh crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a stroke.
Yeah.
But I still get like her heart kind of related, but because she was taking me back and
Correct.
forth between her heart and that. So,
Yep.
but yeah, it was very much like I just dropped. So
Yes.
it's one of those things where like I was here one minute, gone the next, and
Correct. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep, that's exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's so hard when it's something like that, you know?
It was devastating.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastating.
Well, she's blowing you kisses and stepping back into the light and just letting you know how
Yeah.
much she loves you and she appreciates you as a daughter.
Thank
And
you.
I went longer than many, but that's okay.
No,
I was like, you said this was the first good reading you gotten, and I was like, well, I gotta keep going then. I'm not gonna stop.
I know. I'm so sorry, but I
Don't
just was
apologize. Don't apologize. She was
I'm
easy.
so grateful, appreciative, and I'm definitely gonna. It's so funny that I caught you today because a couple of weeks ago, somebody that you did a reading for, it's so funny because I was a little frustrated with the person because she kept telling you all this stuff. And I'm like, why is she doing that? I'm like, she likes to get the stuff on her own. Don't tell her
I
anything.
do. I do.
And I was like, oh, I was like literally talking to the screen going, stop telling her.
Was that John O'Keefe?
Watched Rochelle for a long time. And I'm like, I really need to get, a one-on-one reading with her.
Yeah.
And then I just happened to sit down when I got home from work today. Usually you're on late at night. And so sometimes if I wake up in the night, I catch you and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And I'll, but otherwise I don't. And I got home, I sat down and I'm like, I saw
I'm usually not. Like, I'm
I
usually not
know.
on right now because, like I said, I had to make my.
Welcome, Tracy. Thank you. This was such a blessing. Yeah, Tracy, we're gonna have to hook up somehow. I need somebody to talk about this case with. My husband is so sick of listening to me talk about it. He's like, really? I'll be talking about it. And I look over, he's just staring off in blue yonder. He's like, stop talking to me about this case. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah. Well, you can feel free to use this little reading on your whatever on your
Yeah, I
site.
don't even know how to download it off of here. I'm not even sure how this works. I'm
I
sure
don't
there's a way
either.
to do it. But I mean, it's very much like StreamYards, but
Yeah.
it's very But I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it was something that you needed.
Yes. It
And
was.
I'm glad that I hope you finally got what you needed.
I did. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. It truly means so much to me. I appreciate it. And I wish